Now, this is Olusegun Obasanjo's desire. Actually, I've been speaking with lots of people, and they tell me that this is what looks like the last gift that Olusegun Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria, thinks he can give to Nigeria's democratic process by seeing how he can bring some younger elements, quote, within the angle of Nigerian politics. You know, when you say young, it means between 60 to 65 to 70. Seeing how you can bring them together to actually see how, they can, help the democratic process to be strengthened, and there will be a strong opposition, and then, of course, battling the governing party in 2027. Because the way things are going, most of them are not feeling happy that it may look like a one-way contest in 2027. And don't forget, sometime around December, there was a committee that was set up by Olusegun Obasanjo, who had brought some elements between then Labour Party leader Peter Obi, who's now in the ADC, and then Rabi Musa Kwamkwaso. So that committee was set up in December. And Magaji Ibrahim, who happens to be a senior advocate of Nigeria and the National Legal Advisor of the NNPP before this court judgment in the NNPP, had confirmed that meeting. And they had said that, look, they had been approached. He himself was a member of that committee, and they're already working towards that. So in the ADC, you look at the permutations that are ongoing now. With the South-South ADC already adopting Rotimi Amechi, and you see the article is already strong there. Can Obasanjo and all these people who are trying to mull an Kwamkwaso ticket have their way in the ADC? Is there any way that they can, adopt the formula of a reconciliatory approach, where they can adopt the sort of system that Babangida used in the aborted Third Republic, where he brought about the issues of new breed politicians, asking older politicians to stay away, although that was a decree that excluded the people, the likes of Shehu Musa Yar'Adua and all of that, and then, Adamu Chiroma and all of that. Can this happen in the ADC? Now, if that will happen, then of course Atiku Abubakar will have to be a part of the process. Then, of course, people like Rotimi Amechi will have to be a part of the process. So, but, if you look at it, Obasanjo seems to be bringing back what he had tried in 2023. When he tried to, sometime around 2022, move around with Peter Obi across the north, using Professor Ango Abdullahi of the Northern Elders Forum to see how the north can be galvanized towards, seeing Obi, being given a ticket and then being supported by the north. That didn't happen. And when eventually Obi would then go ahead and get the Labour Party ticket, he still tried to see how Kwamkwaso can join him, but Kwamkwaso said no. He's a more experienced politician, a two-term governor, former two-term governor, former Minister of Defense. He had been a former Deputy Speaker, so he was more politically experienced than Peter Obi. But now, seeing that President Tinubu had himself wanted to get Kwamkwaso, but some of the conditions that Kwamkwaso put in place were not accepted, and this NNPP judgment had come in place, wouldn't it be like, a golden opportunity for Kwamkwaso to now go back to that initial arrangement? Well, these are the things that people are saying, and I've spoken to a few people in Kano last night, and including this morning, and they are saying that, look, Kwamkwaso is beginning to be appealed to that decision, that desire, and so on, as long as the elders of the ADC are able to contain all other groups, and they are able to ensure that this system is perfected and it is battered in 2027. Now, I don't want to be in the same political group with Nyesom Wike any longer. This is the same thing that Bala Mohammed has said, chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, that he doesn't see himself being in the same camp with Nyesom Wike, because Nyesom Wike had betrayed the PDP, which made him who he is, including giving him the platform over the years to advance his political future. But look at it very well. These three persons are the people who have held on to this PDP for quite some time. And then party members are beginning to say, whatever happens, whether the PDP survives or not, these three persons will be held responsible in the future. You talked about the digital register. That digital register is going to be the albatross of the Wike-led PDP, or whether it is Seyi Makinde's PDP that eventually, succeeds. But with the way things are going, and the way I've been able to speak with a few persons, it's either Seyi Makinde will be defecting to the ADC, or he will stay back, fight, and ensure that his candidate, who he wants to succeed him, move into that party, and they stay in the PDP and finally kill the PDP. Because the thinking is that if they cannot resurrect the PDP right now, then Nyesom Wike should not have the PDP in 2031 to be able to advance his political cause. Because they already hear that he's going to use the PDP in 2031 to advance his cause. But if you were Nyesom Wike, what will you do? Because, for example, in 2023, the same Wike and Seyi Makinde were all in the same camp, working together. So if you look at it from that angle, you will see that Nyesom Wike himself is somebody that cannot be pushed around. And with the political permutations that are ongoing at the moment, there's a likelihood that he will also not want the party to go to the Supreme Court fully. But then here they have gone. Because Nyesom Wike also has other candidates, aspirants now for different political positions who want to contest. But the APC is not absorbing them. And then he feels that he has a structure in the PDP that can absorb them. So now it is not in his interest for PDP not to go into this election in 2027. Because where will he fix all these people? If you look at some of the congresses that have been conducted, most of his people have emerged and all of that. So he's also trying to look for a win-win situation to ensure that the party scales through, but will not be presenting a presidential candidate, but there will be governorship candidates, senatorial candidates, House of Rep candidates, and so on. But how that will work out is where the main challenge is, because with this new, promotion of the ADC that we have seen yesterday in Kano, I can tell you that the body language seems to be that Governor Bala Mohammed and Sheikh Makinde may send their proxies into the ADC while they wait in the PDP to battle it out and ensure that it's either the PDP goes to the elections now fully or it's not available for anybody to use in 2031.